So hello students, welcome all. So today we will be doing another topic of comparing quantities related to simple interest, amount, principal. So before going to that topic, attempting the questions, we will be familiar with the few terms. So first term is principal or P. Principal is basically the money which is borrowed or deposited. Suppose you have borrowed 1000 rupees from your friend or you have deposited 1000 rupees in the bank. So that money which you have borrowed or deposited, that is known as principal. The next term is rate of interest. So basically the rate of interest is usually mentioned in percentage. So it is basically the percentage of this principal which is charged or earned. It is taken per annum. It means that rate of interest, like suppose bank says that you deposit 1000 rupees in my bank and I will give you 5% rate of interest. So that 5% is basically what extra you will get of that principal. So similarly, if you have borrowed something from your friend, so he says that I will charge you 7%. So basically rate of interest is usually in percentage and it is for a year per annum. Next term, the time, that is T. So time is the period for which the money is borrowed or deposited. So it is usually mentioned in years. Like for 2 years you have deposited some money in the bank. So that period is known as time. Now comes simple interest. Actually we are having two types of interest, that is simple interest and compound interest. Usually in banks we have compound interest, but in this class you will be studying only simple interest. So simple interest, you can say that it is the extra money which is charged or earned. Means suppose you have deposited 1000 rupees in the bank. So whatever is the extra money that the bank gives to you, that is your simple interest. Similarly, if you have borrowed 1000 rupees from your friend and you have to return 1200 rupees. So that 200 rupees extra which he has charged from you, that will be the simple interest. So as we do the questions, you will get it more clear also. Now we have next term, that is amount. Amount is basically the total money which is received or which is returned after the specific period of time. Suppose bank says that you give me 1000 rupees for 2 years. I will give you some extra amount. Suppose you got back 1500 rupees. So that will be the amount. Amount is always bigger than the principal. So looking into all these terms, we have one or two formulas which connect all these terms. So we have simple interest formula, that is principal into rate of interest into time divided by 100. And this 100 is because the rate of interest was in principal, was in percentage. So when we remove the percentage sign, that is why this 100 has come in the denominator. And amount is whatever is the principal amount you have borrowed or you have deposited plus the simple interest which you have earned or which you have to give. So that both if you taken together, that is known as the amount. And amount is always bigger than the principal. So let us now attempt few questions based on these formulas. So let's start. Let's do the question. Calculate the simple interest and amount if rupees 2000 is deposited in a bank for 5 years at 5% rate of interest per annum. So here, first of all, the first step is whatever is given in the question, you have to write that and then use the formula to find it. So calculate the simple interest and amount. Now rupees 2000 is the one which is deposited in the bank. So whatever is deposited or borrowed is taken as the principal. So here we can say that the principal is rupees 2000 and it is deposited for a period of 5 years. So time here it is 5 years and this percentage represents the rate of interest. That is, rate of interest is 5% per annum for the year. So what we have to find? We have to find simple interest and we have to find amount. So the formula is simple interest is equals to P into R into T upon 100. So in place of principal, rate and time, we have to fill the values. So it is 2000 into 5 into 5 upon 100. Whenever you are writing rate, don't write this percentage sign, because this percentage sign already is taken care by putting this 100 in the denominator. So just the simple calculation, these two zeros will get cancelled with these two zeros. So it is 20 into 25 will give rupees 500. So 500 is our simple interest for the principal of 2000 rupees. Now what we have to find next? We have to find the amount. So amount is basically whatever principal you have deposited plus whatever interest bank has to give you. So principal was 2000 plus 500. So it is rupees 2500. So this is our answer. So for a sum of 2000 rupees, bank will pay you 500 and final amount that you will get is 2500. Very simple. So the next question is, again in this question we have to find the simple interest on rupees 500 that were borrowed at the rate of interest of 12.5% per annum for 4 years. So here, first of all, we will write what is given. So principal, the money that we have borrowed is a principal. So principal is rupees 500. Rate of interest is in decimals, that is 12.5%. Time is 4 years, and we have to find the simple interest. So again, we will use the same formula of simple interest, which is equals to P into R into T upon 100. So here the principal is 500. Rate of interest is 12.5 and time is 4 years upon 100. So what we can do, we can cancel out these two zeros. So it is 5 into 12.5 into 4. So some students, they are not comfortable while multiplying these decimals. So it's better you can remove the decimal sign. So we can write as 125 as 125 upon 10. Because after the decimal point there is only one digit. So we'll put only 1 0. So now we can cancel out 5 and 10 and 2 and 4. So after doing the calculations, we can say that now the simple interest is rupees 250. So this is our answer. So moving on to our third question. It says that Rohan borrowed rupees 12,000 from his friend at the rate of 18% simple interest for 4 months. And find the money returned by Rohan to his friend. So in this question, you know that the principal is rupees 12,000. Rate of interest is 18%. And the time period is 4 months. Okay, here the time is in months, but in the formula we always put the time in years. So whenever it is given in months, you have to always convert into years first. So we know that 1 year is equals to 12 months. So year is bigger, months is smaller. Whenever we are converting bigger to smaller, we usually multiply. And whenever we are converting smaller to bigger, we divide. So here it is months. So month is smaller than years. So smaller to big means we have to divide. So what we can do, we can divide 4 by 12, which will give 1 by 3 year. So we can left this in fraction. We don't need to convert it into decimals. Okay. So now what we have to find the money returned by Rohan to his friend. It means whatever he has borrowed plus whatever extra money will be there, both taken together will be returned to his friend. It means in short we have to find the amount what he has to return. So before finding the amount, we have to find the simple interest using the formula PRT upon 100. So the principal is 12,000, rate of interest is 18, and the time is 1 by 3. So 100 also in the denominator. So you can cut these two with these two. You can cut 3 and 18. So 120 into 6. It means rupees 720. So 720 is the money, is extra money, means simple interest that Rohan has to pay. So the final amount he has to pay is principal plus simple interest. So principal is 12,000 and 720 extra. So rupees 12720, 12,720 is the money which Rohan has to return to his friend after 4 months. Another interesting question is question 4, which says that what principal will amount to rupees 900 in 6 years at 10% simple interest per annum. In the earlier questions, principal, rate of interest and time was given and we had to find simple interest or amount. But in this question, principal is missing. We are given amount, time and rate of interest. So let's see how it is done. So principal is not given. So let us take as principal to be P. Amount is given rupees 900. Time period is 6 years and rate of interest is 10%. Okay, so we have got formula of simple interest connecting principal, rate of interest and time, but we have to find simple interest first. In this question, simple interest is not given, but amount is given, and using this amount we can find the relation between simple interest and the principal. So amount is equals to principal plus simple interest, or we can say that simple interest is amount minus principal. Amount is 900 minus principal we don't know, we take it as P. So for this question the simple interest is 900 minus P. Because it is a binomial, I keep it in brackets. Now I will use the same formula of simple interest. So simple interest is P into R into T upon 100. In place of simple interest, I can write 900 minus P. Principal will remain as P, rate of interest is 10 and time is 6. So I can cut this. So we can cut this 10 and 6 by 2. So 2 5s are 10 and 2 3s are 6. So it is 3 into P upon 5, which is equals to 3P upon 5. So let's write this again. 900 minus P is equals to 3P by 5. Now again this is a question of simple equation. We are having this term which is having a variable and this term also which is having variable. Whenever we have to solve this sort of equation, what we do, we usually take all the terms having the variable on one side and all the constant on the other side. So how it can be done? Now we are having this 5. 5 is getting divided by the 3P. It will go there and get multiplied. So it will be 5 into 900 minus P, which is, and on the right hand side it will be 3P. Now whenever we are multiplying, we are opening the bracket, we will use the distributive property. So while using the distributive property, 5 will get multiplied with 900 and 5 will get multiplied with this P. So it will be 5 into 900 will give 4500 minus P and minus 5. So the coefficient of P is minus 1. Minus 1 into 5 will give minus 5 and P as it is. So now we have two terms having variable P. So we will take the term minus 5P to the other side. So it will be 4500 is equals to 3P plus 5P. So it will give 8P. Now we have to find the principal, that is P. So it is equals to 4500 divided by 8. So now you can do the cutting method or you can simply divide. Suppose if I am dividing it, so 8 5s are 40 then 5 and 0 will be borrowed. 6 8s are 48, 8 2s are 16. Now 4 is the remainder. So we can convert this into decimal. So what we can do, we'll put a decimal. Again we'll borrow 1 0. So it is be 8 5s are 40. So our principal is rupees 562.50 rupees. So this is how we will find the principal. Instead of using the direct formula, first we will find the simple interest and then use it after it.
Start.
So next question is, in what time the sum of rupees 8,000 will amount to rupees 8,360 at 6% per annum simple interest? So in what time means we have to find the time. The principal, a sum of 8,000. Sum means principal. So principal is rupees 8,000 and it is written amounts to rupees. So this is given as amount. Amount is always bigger than the principal. Rate of interest is 6% per annum. Now we have the formula for simple interest. Simple interest is not given, but with the help of this amount and principal we can find out the simple interest. As we know that simple interest is equals to amount minus principal. So amount was 8,360 and minus 8,000 will give rupees 360 as simple interest. Now using the formula, simple interest is P into R into T upon 100. In place of simple interest, we will put 360. In place of principal, 8,000. Rate of interest is 6 and this is time upon 100. So, two zeros they cancel out. 80 into 6 into T is remaining. Now we have to find the time, so we will keep that variable time over there and whatever is extra with T, we will take it to the other side. Now 80 and 6, they are getting multiplied with T, so they will come to this side and they get divided. So it is 80 into 6. If you want, you can multiply 80 into 6 as 480 into T also. But I have just, for simplifying also, I have kept it like this only. It is time T. Now here you can cut it. So 1 0 get cancelled with 1 0. 6 1s are and 6 6 are 36. Now 6 and 8 can also get cancelled out. 2 3s are 6 and 2 4s are 8. So time is 3 by 4 years. But usually we don't represent time in fractions. So what we can do, we can convert this here because it is smaller than 1 year, so we can convert it into months. So I have told you that whenever you are converting bigger to smaller, you multiply. So 1 year has got 12 months. So 3 by 4 year will be 12 into 3 by 4 months. So 4 and 12 get cancelled out. So 3 into 3 is 9 months. So the time period for this is 9 months. So in these sort of question we have to do two steps. First we have to find simple interest using amount and principal, and after that we have to use that simple interest in the formula and do the calculations. So another interesting question we are having is, at what rate per annum simple interest will a sum double itself in 10 years? So now most of the students will get confused, sir. Sum is not given, amount is not given, so how we can do this question? This is a very simple question, just you have to understand the concept. So at what rate percent? It means you have to find rate, so you can put like rate is equal to question mark. Sum double itself in 10 years. So what we can see here, time is 10 years. Now neither the simple interest is given nor the sum or even this amount is not given. So what we can do, let the principal be P. And now it is sum double itself in 10 years. So sum double itself means it is double or it is more, whatever is more than the principal is always taken as the amount. So amount they are saying in this question that the sum double itself. Suppose the principal is 500. Now double means 1000. So 1000 is basically the amount. So in this case, if the principal is P, the amount will be double. Double of P will be 2P. So in this question, we will take principal as P, and because the sum has double itself in 10 years, that is why we have taken the amount to be 2P. Now the step is simple interest is equals to amount minus principal. Amount here is 2P minus P. So 2P minus P, or 2 pencil minus 1 pencil, it gives single pencil, or we can say here 1P or P. So simple interest here is P. Now just using the formula, simple interest is P into R into T upon 100. In place of simple interest, we will use this P, and principal itself was P into rate. Is we have to take it as R, and time is 10 upon 100. So this 0 get cancelled with this 0. So what is remaining on the right hand side? It is P into R upon 10. So this 10 is getting divided. It will go there and get multiplied. So it will be 10 into P is equals to P into R. Now here we have to find the value of this variable, that is R. So whatever is extra with R, we have to take it to the other side. So we will take this P to the left hand side. This P is getting multiplied with R, so it will go there and get divided. So we will write it like 10 into P upon P is equals to R. Suppose this P is 500. So 500 upon 500, they will cancel out. Similarly, this P and this P will cancel out. So what is remaining now? 10. Therefore, the rate is 10%. This is our answer. So in this question, what you have to just identify which is the principal and which is the amount. On this basis, you can attempt any other question. So I hope it is clear, but as you practice more, it will be more clear to you. So moving on, again, a very interesting question and similar to the previous question. In how many years will a certain sum becomes 3 times or triple itself at 25% rate of interest per annum simple interest? So again, principal is not given, amount, simple interest, nothing is given. So it is written certain sum. So we don't know, whenever we don't know a number, then we usually make use of algebra. We take a variable for it. So in how many years we have to find the time. So we will put time is equals to question mark. Rate of interest is given, that is 25%, and we don't know the sum. So in the previous question, I have taken the principal as P, and now the sum becomes 3 times itself. So 3 times means 3 times, like suppose it is 100, it has become 3 into 100, that is 300. So similarly, if the principal is P, so amount here will be 3 times the principal, that is 3 into P or 3P. Now we know the principal, we know the amount, we can use the formula of simple interest, that is amount minus principal. Amount is 3P and principal is P. So 3P minus P will give 2P. Now half of the work has been done. Now use the formula. Simple interest is equals to P into R into T upon 100. In place of the simple interest, I will write 2P. Principal itself was P. Rate of interest was 25, and time we have to find. Now we can cancel out 25 and 100. So 25 ones and 25 fours are 100. So it is P into T upon 4. Again we have to find the value of the variable T. So we will keep that T on one side and we'll take everything on the other side. So with T the extra is p which is getting multiplied and 4 which is getting divided. So first we will take this 4 over there. So it will be 2p into 4 and on the right hand side it is p into t. Now it will give 8p and now we will take this p to the other side. It is getting multiplied with t, it will go there and get divided. So 8p upon p, p and p will cancel out. So t. Therefore the time required is 8 years. So again an interesting and simple question. Just you have to focus on the concepts, learn the formulas and you will be able to do any question of this sort. I hope you must have understood or even you must have enjoyed also. Thank you.